Because it now works. We can actually access the bottom command module, which is very good. Yeah, it kind of works. Let's try and get back on the ladder. Come on. Back on the ladder, you crazy fool. Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. Today is a very special day for me. It is 2.6 was launched unexpectedly after the live stream. I know they said that they had a build that they were going to give to the Eva Cotti, and they were going to test it over the weekend, and then we were going to get the yay or nay on the Monday. But I think because they didn't think the live stream went well, which it was a bit poor, but you know, things happen. So I think they've released it. So my first thing I want to check out is my caterpillar. Now this is what I'm going to call the Nomad, or just Nomad. That's the name of my caterpillar. I am super hyped to see this. But this, I decided I'd start in the front cargo module, or the front module of the four modules plus the front one. Sorry, I'm too excited. I'm talking gibberish. But anyway, this is the front module. Let me just open the door so you can see how it looks. Very nice. So this lowers down. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I'm assuming it doesn't work just yet, but this will lower down like a lift, in which you can put quite a few standard cargo units on. But you can also get a dragonfly in here as well. It looks as though you can fit 2 dragonflies, possibly 3. 2 dragonflies in each module. So that's 10, because, you know, including the front module. But this is where you would maybe have the meeting. This is where I will have meetings with people, potential buyers who want to buy something that I've salvaged. Because you can have someone up there, you know, making sure everything's going well. You can come down here with a couple of friends. Shit, stupid door. A couple of armed friends. The buyers can stand there, and then if all things start kicking off, you can just run through there, and you can depressurize the whole module and suck them out into space. That's my idea anyway. But as you can see, they've got emergency access points here, whether or not we can access them to fix the door. Maybe if this breaks, we can you know, go up there somehow. Somehow go up there and fix it. But this is leading into the cargo module 3. Oh, this is cargo module 4, sorry. They're very spacious, and I like that. It looks a lot bigger. I can't wait till we can have VR working in this, because it's just going to feel so massive. But you've got the top catwalk there. You've got these down here, the locking plates. Hang on, let me just get back. There we go. These are your locking clamps for the cargo. You can also fit, it says, number of ships in these cargo modules, unless you meant the front module. Might as well open it. I made sure we had a nice view of the planet. It's just, come on. If you come onto here, it'll suck you out into space. But this is much further down than I expected. This also lowers down like a lift. We have the brochure now, it looks very, very cool. But yeah, if we just take a look around, I'll just close this up. Where's the button? I really must learn starboard and port, because I'm friggin' useless with that sort of thing. But that opens as well. You got the ladder to the top rail. We'll do the cargo modules first down here, and then we'll go up top. In fact, we'll go up top now, because these are all the same. I think the cargo modules are actually very cool. I know this is the first module we've seen, and there's nothing else so far, but it won't take long. This is where you'll access your cargo manifest. So when you've got boxes of cargo down there, you'll be able to come in here and see what you're carrying, the capacity of each box, and so on and so forth. These are your component housing, which we saw in the demo a long while ago when they were building it, that if you press this button, they will lower down, and you'll be able to access things like life support, power, and then just fix them if need be, or replace them if they're damaged. That looks like it's like a hard drive. There are some funny decals and notices around. I'll see if I can find them and point them out. But I was just thinking, something that I'd like to... An example is, you know, if... Oh, well, let's just go and have a look at the front module upstairs. If you had... If, like, say, like a planet was having a crisis and you needed to take some people off the planet because there was an earthquake or whatever, it would be very cool being able to store them all in here. And, you know, you and your crew can walk along the top corridor and just making sure no one gets into a frenzy. We'll just check the top turret out while we're here. Seems to be working now with this latest build, where you can actually see yourself sitting in. It's not perfect. Oh dear. It did work the first time I tried it, but that didn't. So much detail. Phew! Got some M6A laser cannons. Very beasty. Authorized technicians. Improper handling could result in injury or death. Injury. Oh dear. But yeah, pretty nice. They seem a little more controllable than what they used to. Like, they don't constantly spin as soon as you go off center. There seems to be a bit of a debuff where it slows and then speeds up. Look at that ship. Don't think you can shoot. No. Automatically aims above the ship. So yeah, this is still early work. Well, work in progress. So there are going to be a lot of bugs. It's still the PTU, as you can see. I'm practically stepping out of the turret. Let's continue on. But you can open the door from here. I'm not going to do it because it seems to suck me into the turret. So this is to cargo module number 1. We'll go in here and we'll go down, start from the ground, work our way up. I will probably do an in-depth look at everything if I feel there's enough to show off. So this is Habitation. You have your table, which I love this idea where you can have your crew who may not be doing anything specific, like they may not be in the cockpit or engineering, but they can sit here and watch TV. They can watch the latest Murray Cup race or whatever while they're just, you know, off duty. Sorry, I seem to have a cold at the moment. You got your toilet there, which doubles up as a shower. As you can see, that will flip up. And that looks like the shower head. I don't think I want water falling down from there onto me. You've got these little component housing. I'm assuming this is little components that you'll need to access maybe the power for particular things around here. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's life support for in here, I don't know. But that's your sink. You've got this emergency supplies, and this kind of leads into potentially what the medic profession will be like with radiation treatment and rations and first aid. Then here, this looks very much like a cooker or a hob. I could be wrong, but that's my thought anyway. It's my theory behind that one. You have this little panel here, which I'm sure you'll be able to access, looking at maybe the potential people on the ship. I know they saw something about that a while ago, again, looking at how many people are on board. So if you get boarders, you'll be able to recognize if, you know, if there's more dots than crew, then you've got to worry. What's that say? Oh, nothing funny. And then you've got 4 bunks. I don't think you can get in them yet. I have tried. Nothing seems to work. But it's kind of nice little storage areas here. Maybe we can use them for all our gear. That rhymes. So into the elevator access. This is supposed to be your main area of entry. And it did say in the brochure that for any new person coming on board, if they don't go through this lift first, it's bad luck. So I think it's important to make sure that anyone that joins you on board must come through here initially. That is very cool, but I can't bring it back up again without going around the other side. I'm such a loser. Anyway, these is for weapon storage. It looks like you can have 6 weapons on there. Maybe are they drawers? No, they're screwed shut. But that would be quite cool. This is kind of your area, your get ready area. So if there's boarders or if you need to board, everyone will rush in there, get there, get the weapons, and then exit via that lift. Warning, crush hazard. Very cool. Don't know why he jumped with his hands like that. Some more emergency supplies. This, I assume, will lend into the... Because we know with Star Marine that if you get shot, you'll bleed. You can bleed out. So I think they'll have a lot of these medical supplies around. Just for that reason. So you've always got something on hand. I mean, there's fucking loads of them. Wow. And there's 2 more in here, look. So hang on. It does actually tell you what corridor leads to where. This is your lower hallway. So we're going back into engineering now. A lot of these components and panels and things, I don't know if these are accessible. I don't know if that'll have some form of use. These look like they are definitely something that we need to store things with, you know, like components and stuff. The rest, I think, is more aesthetic. Now this, I believe, are the engines. You have 2 engines here, each with a panel, so you can see how they're running. And I'm sure each one of these will tell you certain things, and then maybe you access it via that device there. Because with each engineering area and each component, you'll be able to access subcomponents and then fix them, replace them. Things will go wrong. These are your shield generators. So this is what you'll use if your shield goes down in any... Or shield generators, sorry. Then you've got shield emitters dotted around the ship, which each will have an individual facing. What does that say? Sometimes fatal. Consult user manual before operating. Where's the E? I'm sure they do that on purpose. But this is the engineering panel, so you'll be able to access all the engineering and make sure that all the systems are running smoothly. At the moment, it's kind of zoomed in. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 6 small panels, and then 1 bigger one. This allows you to access all the components. You can scroll down if you could look that way. Forget it. Oh, there we go. And you can turn them on and off. Global has the difference between the shields. You can move them around. There will be more components. This is just all we have at the moment. But there will be a lot more added later. Because we've turned off, the power's off. We have no power to play with. And then you have your weapons, missiles, power, and shield. Very cool. They've still got a lot of work to do on that. Right, so we shall go up the stairs first. In fact, no, let's do engineering completely first. Let's go up this ladder. Now, this is the top floor for engineering. So this is the jump drive. I'm assuming you'll press that. This whole panel will open. And you'll be able to access the jump drive and, again, access subcomponents. This looks like it'll tell you the status of your jump drive, telling you if anything's going wrong. Not sure what that's for, or what this is. I'm sure there's something important. No idea. More panels. Again, another emergency box. Always handy. So this is your power plant access. Now these are your components. Again, you can take this out. You can swap it with different power plants made by different people. Of the same size. I don't think you can put smaller or larger. I know you can't put larger ones, and I'm not sure. I wouldn't have thought you'd be able to put smaller power plants in. I mean, yeah, these are power plants. But here you'll have your access to subcomponents, switching it on and off. I'm assuming the lights will tell you if something's wrong. So far we have 3 red lights, sorry, on there, and 2 on there. Who knows? It'll be cool to see the information document on how to work your power plant. Server access, I have no idea. We have to deal with servers. I'm wondering if this is where you would put your CPU upgrades and other bits and bats like that. More medical supplies. This is a very similar panel to the one around on the jump drive, so I'm sure there's something to do there. And then that leads back around to the power plant. This leads to the central hallway, which has access to the tractor access, or that, which is your command module. But you can go downstairs. This is just another entrance to the engineering from downstairs, where we came from. I just figured the ladder would be more interesting. So first things first. Oh, you got components, more components there. This is the tractor beam access. Now this is such a nice viewing area. So if you're wanting to look at something on the starboard side of your ship, is it starboard or is it port? Fuck, I really need to remember this. I think it's starboard. You can look out here, but also you can use this panel and tractor in using that little nozzle there. Stray cargo that you find, maybe bits of salvage of ships that you want to use, materials and so forth. All sorts of bits and bats. You can also pull your weapon out in this. Very cool. I've noticed this panel is missing, or it's been removed. I'm not sure why. Maybe just to show us that we can access things behind it. Maybe you take it off with grabby hands and then plonk it where you want, and then you can access things like this. It's loud. I don't know how in-depth it's going to be interacting with bits around the place. We'll have to wait and see. But this is the command module. This is the part that detaches from the main body, and you will be able to fly down to planet, or even attach to a separate module. If you're a delivery driver, I think it said something in the blurb that you often find drivers of the caterpillars, they have a command module, and when they're doing jobs for, say, Covalex, which is written on the side, they'll race these command modules while waiting for the next cargo module, well, the next module, the larger part of it, to be attached to, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. Anyway, we won't get into the cockpit just yet, because I want to test it out flight after we've had a look around here. So let's go down here. Right, there we go. I'm alive again. It went terribly wrong. So my torch isn't working there. We can't see what's in there, but it's just a little, maybe a storage area. That's just the bathroom door, I believe. So let's go around here. So you have your shower, toilet here. It looks like the toilet's folded up on this one. Nice sink drainage area there, just in case you want to pee in the shower. Come around here, you've got more components and life support. You've got another whole fitted habitation area, very similar to the one up there, but just differently laid out. So you've got half a table instead of a full table. Your sink, your cookers, 4 beds again. So it can sleep up to 8 people, but you know, sleeping's just for logging off. What I do like, I think that's the door there. Can't open it just yet. But what I do like is this viewing area. I'm not sure what this panel is for. Maybe it's just a TV. Maybe it's to look at the different aspects of your cargo and so forth. But I do like the fact that, you know, if you're not on duty, you can just sort of come down and watch where you're going. Very nice. So let's go back upstairs. So the command module itself has 4 seats. Allows you to have like a navigator, a communications officer, a weapons officer, all sorts of stuff. Let's sit in this one first. Again, it needs to be linked up properly. So you'll be able to access this, and maybe if you allocate communications to here, then you'll be able to hail other ships, respond to other ships hailing you, talk to your org mates, and then you've got the other one. Let me just put my weapon away. Which is here. Which again, you can access different things. Maybe navigation, send the information up to your pilot, co-pilot. And then the final 2 seats. Let's go in the co-pilot first. I haven't actually been in this chair at all. I've had a quick look around on my own, but not in this chair. So the field of view is pretty good, I must say. I mean, yes, it's not a combat ship, so having to, you know, these bars in the middle are not too much of a problem. Let's get into the pilot seat. You are, in essence, a cargo hauler or a salvager, so fighting isn't going to be the thing you want to do. Come on. Now, the yoke on this, though, looks very cool. It actually makes me want to buy a yoke to use for the game. So many panels. That looks a bit skewiffy, isn't it? That's a weird-looking panel. Can't zoom in on it, mind. No missiles. Power. What's this one? Come on, let me zoom. Damn it, I can't see it, I'm afraid. But there's another thing added to that. She is a cool, cool ship. I haven't sorted out the camera angles yet. Probably should have done that. So this is how the afterburner works. You hold down your afterburner key, and it speeds you up. Quite a quick acceleration for such a large ship. I'm just gonna slow down again because there's a boundary coming up somewhere. See if I can spot it by shooting at it. But if there it is. But yeah, if you use Afterburner, it'll stay at that speed once you let go of the button. So let's just see what the top speed is. The top speed normally I think is 111. Oh, sorry, 111. 110. Let's just get to that first. Yeah, and then you Afterburn, which is in essence now your cruise speed. Gets you all the way up. I mean, it's quite a slow acceleration, but this is where you need to defend yourself if you're trying to run. What is the top speed? Come on, we've got to get there before we get out of the... Oh god, I don't think we're going to slow down in time. Oh shit. Come on, I need to see the top speed. Show me the top speed. Well, there you go. 800 and something, and it was still going. Unfortunately, the level is too small to really test it out thoroughly. But that is a good speed. They did say that bigger ships will have higher top speeds than the smaller ships, purposely so that you can actually run away from people. It is a beautiful ship. I'm very happy with my choice. This is the ship that I will likely be using the most, hence the reason why I did the review of this one first. It handles pretty well. I think it's down to the new mechanics or the new way flight works. It does handle surprisingly well. It is cumbersome and slow, but it's a big ship. You expect that. Anyway, just so you know, it has been confirmed that these front spokes are to be extra sensors to help you fly your ship, so you'll be able to see things much better. Ah, the command module has weapons. 2 on the top, and then 2 down here. Where are you? Is that it? No, they're manoeuvring thrusters. Oh, there they are. Fortunately, I can't get close enough to see what they are. I think they're all M6s, but to be honest, they don't look like M6s. Or do they? I don't know. Anyway, this will detach, allowing you to move on further. Well, not further, but allow you to go planetside without them to take your full haulage with you. You've got a tow bar there by the looks of it. Lights, which are very cool. I don't know how we turn them off. Is it T still? Control T? Alt T? Yeah, there we go. Alt T turns your lights off. That's pretty cool. I can't turn them back on though. I've broken it. Definitely one of my favourite, well, definitely my favourite ship. That's the door access. Oh, is that, maybe that's the door access. I can't tell. That's got hinges, so I'm assuming that's the door. Who knows? Right, let's just have a quick look around here. Oh, sorry, tractor beam. Strange spokes sticking out there. Not sure what that's for. The engines are massive. I'm sorry, I don't know how long this video is. I tried to keep them as sort of short and informative as possible, but sometimes with a ship this big, you just have to do it. Do this. Go into the abyss. It's going to be so much fun working on this ship. It's like if you take some damage and you need to repair the outer hull. It's going to be a lot of fun getting out here, EVAing through that hatch. That special EVA hatch, which is over here. No, not over there. I'm not even close enough yet. This hatch. I thought these were shield emitters, but it turns out they're the thrusters, little manoeuvring thrusters. But I can just imagine EVAing down here to fix a panel, something's been damaged, you know, maybe a hull breach. Or even your turret, maybe your weapon's gone so you want to reattach a new one. They are big guns, massive guns, look, they're longer than I am. Twice as long as I am. They will do some decent damage. go further up. Hear all the doors opening as I go past. That'll need to be fixed. I don't know what this ladder's for. I'm assuming when it's in the hangar or in atmosphere, you'll be able to climb onto the roof. I think there's another one down here. Oh, I can't get down there. Maybe not. Two big thrusters, very much like the Herald. I wonder what the speed will be or the acceleration will be once you, when you're not in atmosphere. Sorry, when you're not attached to this great hulking caterpillar module. I wonder. No. Anyway, let's just finish up. Cool. Very nice. Alright guys, that's my little walk around of the caterpillar. I don't think that's going to do any damage, is it? Pains me to do this. For science. No, forget it. Yeah, that's my little look at the caterpillar, guys. Very excited for it. Can't wait to see what it looks like with the pirate skin on. That is going to be very cool. Let me know what your thoughts are. I love the caterpillar. It is my go-to ship from now on. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. I'm going to have loads more videos coming out for 2.6. I will be streaming at some point as well, so follow me on Twitch, SuperMacBrothers Ryan. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want. I'm everywhere. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.